Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answer to human experience? Well, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's a 2.5-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers. And you can transform your life right now on VCMG in South Florida. SarahSpiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium who can assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. For the next 2.5 hours, listen and call in toll-free 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch SarahSpiritual live on Facebook and YouTube and share love and light.
It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. The world is changing now. We need to heed the warning. The world is calling you to rise above where you've been. The world is changing now. What we did before doesn't work. It's time for you. It's time for me to change. The world is changing now. Won't you change and open your heart? Open your heart.
heart, right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, all across the nation. We're welcoming your phone calls at 866-972-7247. It's a new year. It's a new day. And it's a new way. It's your time to step into 2024. Can you imagine? Look where we are now in the energy of 2024. And what a new beginning. I certainly hope you and your families had a happy holidays and that we were able to toast in, cheer in the energy of 2024. Many of us have been waiting for this year. Many of us felt that the past few years have been a little challenging, and we're hoping for a better time. But let's take a look at how we create a better time in this 2024 and what last year represents for us. Everything that occurred in 2023 was really a test, was an opportunity, was a growth spurt, was an opportunity for you to be able to understand how to navigate your life and what needed to change. So if you felt like you were faced with obstacles and things that didn't feel right, then you were on track, even though I know it was uncomfortable. And if some of you say, well, I felt like I've been in obstacles and out of whack since 2020, it's been preparing you. It's been preparing you to know and hold healthy boundaries and be able to create what you want to create for yourself with the strength that you have gained over the past few years. See, when we look back into the past, we need to look at the good and the not so good. And we need to understand where we made a choice that maybe didn't align with who we were. Maybe went against the grain, against who we were. But we didn't listen. We didn't really tune into our feelings. This year is a year of magnification, growth, expansion. It is a year that if you play by the rules and you do the things that need to be done, you're going to get far. The world may be a bit off balance, off kilter, and we may be looking at the year wondering what could happen next. Well, I don't know. We have imaginations, but let's not step out into fear. Let's not think what could happen. Let's visualize. Let's think about. Let's feel the feeling of what the world could be like. Let's look at the energy of love. Love is this power that fuels an entire universe. Let's tune into that energy as we step into the expansiveness of 2024. As we do our due diligence and do the work to execute all the ideas and plans that we've had of the past. Is there something that you wanted to do, but it passed you by? And maybe you were just getting ready to launch into something new or ready to change your life, and 2020 happened. Uh-oh, what happened? You kind of lost sight of that goal. Let's roll back the tape and let's take a look in 2019, maybe even 2018, what were the seeds of greatness that you were attempting to plant? And how much of that have you nurtured and tended to? Did we get the seeds of greatness planted? Did we begin to entertain the energy of the new ideas and the new ways of life we wanted? I know we might have gotten sideswiped or sidelined, but now's the new year. And you've got a power inside of you. And if you remember that the same power that fuels an entire universe is the same power that is within you, then there's no reason why you cannot accomplish it. There's a fuel inside of you that is ready to fuel your every desire. We're going to have to do the work. This year represents work ethic, diligence, dedication. Some of the things maybe we don't want to hear. I know we would love for things to come easy. But let me ask you this, what's been easy since 2020? Maybe not much. So how can you look at where you are and identify what isn't lining up with what you'd like your outcome to be? How can you look at that and evaluate it? Let's take stock in where we are. Let's take a notice of what is being dissatisfactory to us in our life. Are we unhappy with our role at our job, but perhaps we haven't had the courage or the wherewithal to make the change? Do we require another bit of education, a certification, something else to assist us so that we can make the change? What do we need to do to facilitate change? That's what your soul is going to ask of you this year. Your soul is going to ask you to dig down deep and really know who you are. Stand in your truth. It is the awakening of the soul's truth, who you've come to be, with an energy of the truth that governs the universe, not mankind's truth, not the truth that we've been conditioned to believe is true, but the truth that flows within you so that to thine own self you may be true. We need to find that truth within us. We need to really know who we are. So no matter what the world throws our way, whatever curveball comes our way, we have the ability to stand strong in the knowing of who we've come to be. And for some of us, that's a big question. Some of us are still standing on the docks, waiting for our ship to come in. But do you even know what you want on the ship of life? Do you know what goals you really have? It's a mindset we need to adapt. It's a sense of self and feeling awareness that we need to integrate in our day-to-day life. What are you feeling? Where is your attention? Are you speaking from your critical voice, your voice of complications, your voice of negativity, your voice of judgment of others? Or are you speaking from the energy of love, that energy that fuels the universe? Are you speaking in the energy of a loving of self, being kind to yourself, and understanding that not everybody is where you are on the journey, and then choosing to say nothing at all if you have nothing good to say? That was my grandmother's favorite statement. If you don't have a good thing to say, then say nothing at all. And it stayed with me because it's important that you keep your sense of negative thoughts and feelings to yourself. And when they pop in your mind, especially this year, now you ask yourself, well, where am I feeling uncomfortable with myself that I am coming from a place of judgment and criticism of another? Because unless you walk in their shoes, you really don't know what it's like to be them. You have no understanding. You don't know their trials, their tribulations, the trauma they may have experienced. You don't know what has made them maybe be a little, well, disruptive or just abrasive. You don't know. Now, if you know that you don't feel comfortable in their energy, well, take yourself out of the equation. Take yourself out of the story. Step away from them. And if you work with them, then, well, you have to interact with them, but understand that when they do something that gets under your skin, that you have the power to decide whether their behavior influences you. 2024 is going to ask that you recognize that you're a powerful being, that nobody has the right to penetrate your energetic field. Nobody has the ability to derail you from your dreams nor interfere with what God has for you. That's a powerful statement. What God has for you, no one can take from you. It's in the energy. It's in the blueprint. It's already there. Earlier today, I had the pleasure of talking to someone, and we were talking about love. That's the number one conversation we have, love. And they were saying, well, I really want love this year. And I said, I understand. And I understand that you're getting ready for that. And then I laughed and I said to her, the day I stop telling you I see love in your energy is the day maybe we sit and think, uh-oh, something's changed. But as long as I see it in the blueprint, it's coming. So you may ask the question, what prevents it from coming quickly? There are two stories to a love story, you and the other person. And often it's you getting ready, getting things together, waiting for the right time, the right moment, not you the person, but you the soul being. And then you'll find that the other person, they're getting their life in order to meet you. There's a synchronicity that has to happen. Things have to line up. And there's always a sign that you're in the right place at the right time. There's always a signal. I was just talking to someone today in the car on the way here to the radio show, and we were talking about numbers. We were talking about a number that just kept showing up. And it happens to be their birthday, and it happens to be my store number. And then we found some other ways that this number keeps popping up. And see, that tells us, that tells me, that everything's as it should be, and that it's meant to be, and that we are aligned with a higher purpose. The universe is always talking to you. They're always sending you signals. But often we don't pay attention to those signals. We lose ourselves in the energy of doubt and fear, uncertainty. But you have a power inside of you that can do anything. So notice what you notice, and if it feels good, allow it in. If it feels disruptive and you don't align to it, then keep your distance. And look to yourself to understand why you attracted that in your life in the first place. What you talk about, you create. Several times during the day, no matter where I am and who I'm with, I'm often led to say, oh, let's not put that out into the energy. Let's stop talking about that. Let's not create that if that's not what you want. We're so used to creating complications in life. We're so used to things being difficult that we've come to expect difficulties. We've come to expect things not to go smoothly and easily. It could be as simple as going to renew your driver's license. And maybe one time in the past, you went to renew your driver's license and you were online and it took forever and you spent your whole day in motor vehicles. But if you visualize that this is the day that I'm going to get in, they're going to take me on time for my appointment, and I'm going to be in and out in an hour, and you really focus your energy on that, then it's more likely to happen. But if you're thinking it's going to take a long time, they may call your number and you don't hear it. Something may get confused. The person that's about to call your number goes to lunch and doesn't pass that number on to someone else. You get skipped over. And then you have the same experience that you had before where you waited all day. Remembering that you're a powerful being makes all the difference in the world. Now, humanity has decided that at a certain time, we create a new year. And we adapted December 31st into January 1st. The Chinese New Year is in February. So it depends where you are in the world when your new year falls, depending on your culture. But most of the world will honor December 31st into January 1st as a new beginning, as a fresh start. But the real new beginning for you is your birthday. Every year when you're born and you celebrate your birthday, you begin a new path, a new journey. But I guess we love ceremony here in the States and across the world, and we want to feel that energy of excitement. So we celebrate a new year. And it gives us all a reason to evaluate where we've been and set goals or resolutions for a new year. And many people make the resolution, they resolve to change, only to not have much change happen. They last about 3 weeks. Sometimes they make it into February. So rather than resolve to change and have a resolution, let's every day actively choose to evolve to a higher frequency, to have a better, higher mindset, to step into the energy of love consciously every day, and to recognize when things feel good and they feel out of whack. And know that every day is a new year, because every day is a new beginning. And the energy that you begin tomorrow morning is the energy that dictates the day after. It begins a momentum. So if today didn't go the way you wanted, that's okay. Tomorrow's another day. And you can use the momentum of tomorrow to facilitate the days that follow. by your mindset, by your actions, by your words, and especially by your feelings. So many times people say all the right things, but they don't feel it because they don't believe it's true. They say they're successful. They say that they want to be an entrepreneur or they want a relationship, but inside there's a voice that doesn't feel that they're worthy, or they feel as if they're an imposter. They couldn't possibly be those things because they haven't accomplished everything in their life that in their conditioned mind makes them feel as if they're worthy of that role or of that experience. Perhaps someone who's been in several relationships that didn't end well would then walk around and say, I don't think I'm relationship material. I keep attracting the wrong partners. Maybe I'm not meant to be in love. Maybe love isn't meant for me. And so that begins the conversation in their head and in their feeling world. And even though they may change their mind a few months later and say, all right, I'm open for love now, that feeling is still staying inside, actively creating a wobble and disrupting them from the path of who they are and disrupting them from the creation. So when you look to your 2024, look to this year to be your time of creation. Look for this year to open up new doors, doorways you've never walked through before. Take a chance in 2024. Choose the path of change in 2024. If you're dissatisfied with the same old, then change. And if you're waiting for someone else to change and they haven't done the work, don't hold your breath. Don't let your life be waiting upon someone else's actions. Because if they don't change and your life stays the same and you're dissatisfied, well, then neither person's going to be happy. Neither experience is going to ever grow and evolve. As they say, read the writing on the wall and choose the path that you desire. Don't always pacify yourself with what you want to hear and tell yourself how you have to keep going because you've already invested so much time. That's such a popular line that I hear. People say, I've invested so much time in this relationship, or I've been at this job for so long, I just can't see myself changing, but I'm not happy. So they're afraid of change. New years give you a new opportunity to move, to change, to grow. So if you want to make that change, begin to set the intentions as to what those changes would look like or feel like. And then as you create those changes in your being, in your words, in your thoughts, things will begin to evolve. They'll begin to shift. They'll begin to open up. And you'll feel and see everything that you need to come your way. We're going to welcome your phone calls here tonight on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It is the first show of the new year. It is our 710th live national radio show. And we're so glad to have you join us here at 866-972-7247. We're so glad if you're listening at 95.3 or 96.9 or 106.9, 95.9, 103.1 HD3, and WSFS 104.3. We're glad to have you joining us and sharing in the experience all across the nation and setting intentions and taking a look to see what the future holds. Remember, I may see it in your blueprint, but you have the power to create it in your reality by how you think, feel, and act. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, to the phone lines we go at 866-972-7247. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The world is changing now. It's just not easy to be who we want to be. 'Cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WIRK 103.1 HD3 Indiantown, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. Programming paid for by Vic Canales Media Group. Broadcasting from the Robes Studio. Injured recently? Call the Robes Law Group, where winning is a habit. 561-570-5700. Robes, winning for you and our community. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies channel.
There is nothing better than a great night's sleep. You can get that on Giza Dream Bed Sheets. They look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep. My Pillow uses the world's best cotton called Giza. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. The My Pillow Giza sheets come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Giza Dream Sheets come in a variety of sizes and colors. The latest incredible deal is the sale of the year. For a limited time, you'll receive 50% off the Giza Dream Sheets. You can receive a set for as low as $29.98. Go to MyPillow.com and click on the radio podcast square and use the promo code TOC. There, you'll find not only this amazing offer, but also deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the MyPillow 2.0, mattress topper, MyPillow kitchen towel sets, and so much more. Go to MyPillow.com. Make sure you use the promo code TOC.
Gold, silver, copper, precious metals, battery metals, green metals, stocks, and the potential for a 5 or 10 times does exist. Listen and learn. The Ellis Martin Report, weekdays at 9:30 a.m. here on South Florida's True Oldies.
And now another community first message from Robes.
When an auto accident occurs, stop immediately. Do not obstruct traffic and secure your valuables. Obtain the names, phone numbers, and addresses of the other driver and any witnesses. Call 911 and report the accident. Injured recently? Contact Robes Injury Law at 561-570-5700 or robeslawgroup.com. Offices throughout Palm Beach County.
The following message is sponsored by the Florida Department of Elder Affairs, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Sarah is 64 and loves to garden. Recently, her health insurance ran out, leaving her worried about more than just weeds. She called the Elder Helpline and spoke with a volunteer Shine counselor about her options. There, she received free, unbiased counseling on health insurance for those on Medicare. For more information or to volunteer, call 1-800-963-5337 or go to floridashine.org.
Robes Law Group of Delray Beach understands winning. As a member of the American Academy of Attorneys $100 million club, they've proven time and again that winning for you is their habit. Don't wait to suffer an accident. Download their app today. Be prepared and be protected by placing Robes Injury Law in the palm of your hand. Download their mobile app now at robes.app. That's ROBES.app. Click on robeslawgroup.com or call them today at 561-570-5700. Robes Law Group, winning for you and our community. Offices throughout Palm Beach County.
Love the outdoors and the open road? Don't miss RV Hour, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Hosted by Giant Recreation World second generation owner and CEO Larry McNamara and his co-host Dwayne Adams. RV Hour, Saturday mornings 10 a.m. right here on the True Oldies channel.
SarahSpiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit SarahSpiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at SarahSpiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next 2 hours of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another 2 hours to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart, the ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is
Yes, indeed, the world is changing now, and some things we can't change. But as the world changes around us, we've got our journey. And we each have a new beginning here for 2024. And it's time for us to fasten our seatbelts for a new beginning and a fresh start and open the doors of possibilities. Where are you now? Where have you been? And where would you like to be? We're going to be answering your questions all across the nation at 866-972-7247. We certainly hope that you and your families had a fabulous holiday season and that you're ready to roll up your sleeves and get yourself ready. Get yourself ready for creating a new life, a new way of being, and embracing the things that we love in the journey of life. Now, for those of you who haven't done it yet, it's not too late to clear the energy. Clear the energy of the old. So many of you are familiar with making sure that you don't have laundry in your laundry basket at the end of the year, right? And you want to make sure that you change your sheets to welcome in the new year. Maybe we like to straighten out our closets or declutter our home. But there's other things that we can do to prepare for a new year. And remember, the calendar date is man-made. So let's see what we can do to shift the consciousness of the energy in your home. It's time to sweep out, then sweep out the energy. When you sweep out your house next time, give thought and consideration to all the things that you wish to release. And sweep it all into a pile, put it in your little dustbin, and take it out to the street. And drop it off somewhere away from the front of your house, taking all the energy that doesn't serve you out of the picture. Now, let's see that if you can mop your floor. You want to mop your floor, you want to mop your floor with a spiritual mix, something to kind of lift the energy. We have several things available on SarahSpiritual that can mop the floor and clear out the old to get ready to bring in the new. Now, many of you have sage, or you have some resin or incense. It's always good to clear out that energy by using a little sage, a little bit of resin such as copal, and smoking out the house, and then opening up the windows and letting out all the old energy. So if you were too busy at the holiday and you didn't get to do this yet, then do it the minute you can. Create the energy of a clean slate, a new intention, and open up the windows and let new air come in. And if it's chilly where you are, just open them up for a second. Just let some movement come through the household. And then, of course, bring in the positive energy. Put some new flowers in your house. Light a candle for the new year. We have our 2024 New Year's candle. It's a great way to open up the energy of 2024 and to write a petition and place it underneath. Just write all of the intentions that you wish to create in 2024 and put it underneath the candle and let the candle burn. And allow the candle to be the light unto the path of this new path that you're walking for 2024. And allow the wax to absorb any resistance, anything that's in the energy that may block and obscure the attainment of your goals. See, there's so many things that we can do that are symbolic, that are energetic. And very often people, they forget about that, or they consider it a little bit of woo-woo. So let's talk about that woo-woo. You see that woo-woo energy? It's about energy. And that which you put out into the universe is that which you create. So to me, I'd rather have a candle burning and lighting the path and clearing the way and having wax absorb anything that's a resistance or a negativity than me trying to push through the muck alone. And what I love about a candle or burning out your house or mopping your floor, for the time that you're doing that, the short time that it takes, your intentions and your concentration are fully present in what? Fully present in the creation of what you're thinking of, the clearing of the home, what you're choosing to release. That's where your mind is. And so it's a concentrated energetic force coming from you and some tools that are here to assist you. If you're not on our mailing list, then get to the mailing list of SarahSpiritual.com and register, because that's where we have all these tips and tricks that we send out to everyone. And all the products that I mentioned are available at SarahSpiritual.com or at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. And yes, let's not have us forget that 2024 New Year's kit. The sale is running out. We're having it on sale. We extended it to this January 10th. And we have just a few kits left at the Expedito Center for sale. And in that kit includes the petition, a little candle that you can light. It has a spiritual bath. It has an oil, a spray. It has an argonite crystal to magnify truth and confidence for 2024. It's got a fabulous CD with some of the songs that you hear on the show, as well as some meditation messages from me, Sarah Spiritual. All of this is available to you at SarahSpiritual.com. And if you like your own personal forecast, a look into what's coming, well, you can get that there too. So be sure to visit SarahSpiritual.com as we wrap up the year with my number one product of the entire time we've been in business. I was thinking it's like almost 18 years. We're going on 18 years this 2024. And so for these past 17 Christmases or holiday seasons, we've done a New Year's kit. It has been our number one product. So if you missed out on it, there's still time to jump on board. Go to SarahSpiritual.com. We're going to go to our phone lines at 866-972-7247. And we're going to go to Tiffany. And Tiffany is in Hollywood. Tiffany, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, Tiffany. Good to connect with you. And it's going to be an interesting year for you, my dear. It is a year of change, a year of clearing out the old, literally for you, based on where you are in the journey of your soul. And then as we get closer to the summer, clean slate, new beginning, fresh start. There's some things that you're thinking you want to get in order at this time. Is that true, Tiffany?
Yes.
What is your question for us, and what is your intention for 2024?
So I guess my question is, I have been clearing out and getting myself in order to prepare for 2024.
Right.
But as of right now, I'm having a very hard time with, work-wise. I've been having interviews and stuff, but nothing is really sticking. And that is something that's becoming kind of an issue for me financially. So I want to know when that's going to get resolved.
So we're still currently employed, but we're looking to find a new job. Is that correct?
No, I'm unemployed.
You're unemployed. Okay. I just wanted to know if we were working from a place or we're looking. So when I look at the work here, my guides are first telling me that we want to take a look at the resume. Want to look at your resume, and perhaps we're not highlighting the specificities that are associated with the jobs that you're applying for. So let's make sure that our skill set is being accentuated and we're very specific in the task that we did, and we try to gear the resumes to the actual jobs themselves a little bit more. We want to fine-tune that. And as everything, it's a matter of timing. And my guides bring me into the month of February, and they make me feel that in the next few weeks, as we move you into February, even though you've been interviewing all this time, that we kind of have a click, a connection, a hit, so to speak. So I do feel that you'll be employed and you'll be working in this month of February. Now, I also feel that the job that you're looking for is most likely a stepping stone, because there's some growth that we have to accomplish in the work in order to grow to the ideal role that we'd like to have. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And there's a little bit of a journey that we have to take in the process of the work that we're doing. Yes. And then over in the next 2 years, you can be more qualified for the actual role that you'd like. Is that true?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. That's a timeline that they give me. So patience is a virtue. And when I look at 2023, Tiffany, that wasn't the very easiest of years. It was kind of challenging and a little off-putting to you, correct?
Yes. Very much so.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of work. That's why I'm like, 2024, when the good things going to start coming.
Okay. So the good things have already started to come. You just haven't seen evidence in the physical. You've done the work. You've put out the intention. And now it's up to you to claim your worthiness, for you to believe that you are worthy of all that you desire. for you to welcome the new role of work and see yourself in the position and imagine how it feels to be in that position. See yourself opening up your bank account and going, oh, look, there's my first paycheck. I'm so excited. Don't come from the place of fear. Come from the place of envisioning. And that envisionment will create what you desire. Be in this energy.
Okay.
Be diligent with it. Be kind to self. We all know that in the month of December, there's always that 2 to 3 week wobble where most people don't do much of anything. So you kind of lost about 2-3 weeks. And the world is just starting to come back somewhere around January 8th. Most people are back from their vacations. Some are back this week. So things should get rolling again. And know that you are here to serve and to be of a purpose, and that your work is going to flow beautifully for you in this 2023 year. So your intention for 2023, as we all set it together with you, is to have a new role, a new job, and what else is your intention?
Just to continue growing and go deeper within, finding out myself and how I can be of service, because I know that's what I am to the world.
That is who you are to the world. And a lot of these hoops that you're jumping through are just the conditioned experiences that we have to participate in the world to ultimately get you to where you're going to be. And when I fast forward you to 2029, I know that's a jump, but I see you in this whole fabulous community, this great sense of happiness and fun. It's a really good vibe, and everything you're doing is working you to 2029, where everything is completely aligned and you're living the life that you wanted to create at this moment. Doesn't mean we don't get there till then. It means the journey is a beautiful one, and then we are at the culmination of a lot of great happenings in 2029.
Yeah.
All right, my dear. Thank you so much for calling. We wish you a very happy new year. Bye for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
866-972-7247. We are welcoming your calls right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're going to go to our next caller. I've got to go to Sharon. Sharon is in New York, New York. Miss Sharon, how are you tonight? Hi, Sharon. Are you there? All right. For some reason, we're not hearing Sharon, or Sharon is not hearing us. So we're going to put Sharon on hold and pop back. Maybe she stepped away from the phone. And we're going to go to Davie. That's here in South Florida. And I've got Hector on the line. Hector, Happy New Year. How are you? Are you with us, Hector? All right. Well, we don't seem to have Hector here available either. Don't you just love technology? I thought Mercury went direct, but who knows what's popping in here. So let's go to our Facebook and our YouTube friends while they figure out what's going on, because it's not likely that two of my callers aren't available. So we're just going to let that ride. And let's go to our Facebook and our YouTube and see who we've got on our Facebook, YouTube questions here. Let's pull up a question for me. Can we please have the questions for Facebook and YouTube? Thanks. So we'll do that. And I'm sure they'll work out the phone line thing. Happy New Year. There we go. Elizabeth Diana Vinceretti. She says, hey, Sarah, we got to go back to Elizabeth, please. We just flipped to Susan, and we need to get back to Elizabeth's question. Have they been drinking in the booth over there? What's going on? Okay, here we go. We got Elizabeth back. Spirit, can you please tell me what's going on with my life? Can I please tell you how to deal with what's going on? You know, Elizabeth, here's the interesting thing. Where you are now is this year from 2023 up until this moment, you have been hit from all angles. And it literally feels like you walked through the gates of hell. 2023 has constantly knocked you down as you were trying to get yourself up. And I feel like you feel as if people have turned their backs on you, they've stepped away from you, and you're really feeling alone in this time. And It's part of a metamorphosis, and it's a knowing, Elizabeth, of who's on your side, who's not on your side, and really cleaning house for yourself spiritually, emotionally, and physically. So, Elizabeth, when I move you into the month of March of 2024, that's when I feel things begin to align better for you. And I feel as if those who have turned against you and how you feel as if you're kind of out in the cold, you begin to come to a better understanding. People understand your point of view. You are being shown in your truth, and you're able to move forward with ease and grace. Now, I also see upcoming income increase for you. So I do know that there's additional abundance that comes to you, Elizabeth. So hang on. Things are going to turn around. And I know 2023 was a test. And now we're just clearing up all the old cobwebs so you can step into the doors of 2024's advancement. Thanks so much, Elizabeth, for your Facebook question. Let's grab another question from Facebook or YouTube, and let's see who we've got. We've got Penny Colecchio. She says, I'd love to, but I'd like being alone. So what you see for me, if it's love, but my birthday is, and she kind of gives me all this information, and then she goes, I'm complicated. Well, just from the read of your question, Penny, you sounded a little complicated. But what I feel like is it's more complications in your thoughts and how you approach it. You want love, but you don't trust love. You've been burned before, and you don't know if you want to give into the energy of love. Well, this year opens up the journey of your soul and expansive consciousness for you. And the focus of the beginning of the year, even though you say you want love, this is not the time for love for you. Love has a time around your energy, and that moves me closer to the spring of 2024. When we first come into the year, it's really a focus about you and focusing on you and what makes you feel good and lowering your resistance to other people. You have to let people in. We have to allow people to show us who they are and not be so guarded, thinking that they're going to hurt you. You know who you are, you know what you want, you know what you don't want, and this is the time for you to step into power, knowing that you can choose the right partner in the right time. And this begins to unfold as 2024 continues its journey closer to the late spring and to the summer. So focus on what you would love to have in love and love to be alone, and the moments that you are alone, what moments that you would love to share with someone. And as you make space in your experience personally alone at home, you will welcome the space of someone joining you eventually in the future. So, Penny, thank you so much for your Facebook question, and we appreciate you. Happy New Year. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, well, I think we'll go back to our phone lines at 866-972-7247. We'll see what's going on with all that. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with SarahSpiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
SarahSpiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit SarahSpiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with SarahSpiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And we're going to go back to our phone lines. Apparently there's a phone trap somewhere. They got lost somewhere into the connections. Don't know where they went. Maybe they're still trapped in 2023 and we couldn't pull them into 2024, but we're going to go back to the phone lines. Rumor has it, I've got Hector still on the line. He didn't get sucked down the technology trap. Hector, how are you tonight? Hector?
Oh. Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear you, Hector. Very good. Glad to have you
here.
Okay,
great. Okay, great.
All right. So, Hector, I don't know why we hear singing. I'm starting to think this is our first show here, people.
I don't know
what is going on? All right, here we go. So, Hector.
Okay.
We are here. Good to have you joining us here. What is your question for us for 2024?
What do you see coming up financially for me?
Well, this year, in the 2024 time, finances have not always been your friend. Yes, it's been a rocky road here. I take you back to like I want to go back to 2012, 2013. So it's been a bit of a roller coaster financially over the past 10, 12, 14 years. Is that true, Hector?
Through that, yeah.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. Speak up.
I said yes, true.
Okay. And so when I look at
can you
this,
hear me?
there's a level of reinvention. Are we trying to reinvent how we do business and how we invest and how we interact with people? Is that what you're working on in your career right now?
Yes. E-commerce is what I'm doing.
Perfect. And this is a new venture for you over since the past 2023 time. Is that true, Hector?
Yes.
So I do feel that there's an increase. Are we trying to do something on Amazon or something, please? Where are we doing our e-commerce?
Yeah, that and some other platforms as well.
Okay, perfect. And as long as you have the right product, which I know you're fine-tuning the products that you're going to be promoting, there is success coming for you. We've got some fine-tuning. That's why I said as long as you have the right product, because my guides are making me feel like you're still evaluating a few things that you're thinking of doing that we haven't quite activated or added to our platform. Is that true at this time?
Yes.
So I do feel that 2024 is meant to be a financially strong year for you, and it's going to take a lot of dedication from you at this point, promotion, and then we're going to move you into feeling like you're building momentum, as instead of this feeling that every time you were up, you were sinking down. And that seems to have been the story for the past 10, 12 years for you, Hector. So we are kind of turning the corner, and I'm going to take you back in time, if I may, because when I look at 2024 and then I go back to 2014 into 2015, 2014 into 15 was a difficult year for you. We're going through a lot of different things all at once at that time, Hector. Is that true?
Yep.
And we are closing out that chapter, so you'll be happy to know that we're clearing out all those energies. There's financial difficulties, personal difficulties. At that point, you were at some of your lowest points. That's also correct, yes?
Yeah.
We're coming out of that.
Yes.
All right, so just know that this year is going to be a good year. What is your intention for 2024, Hector? What's the intention?
Be happy and make money.
That's a good intention. Yes, indeed. Be happy and make money. That will be a fabulous way to envision your year. And of course, we want to be of good health. Yes, because with good health, we can do and enjoy anything and everything, Hector. Thank you so much, Hector, for your question. It's going to be a good year. And focus your intentions and put in all the effort and intention and due diligence necessary to make your platforms a success in your e-commerce. And we look forward to hearing all your good news as the year unfolds. Bye for now, Hector.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to go back to our phone lines, and I've got to go to Canada. I've got Patricia in Ontario, Canada. Patricia, how are you tonight?
Sarah, I'm great. It's so good to hear your voice and connect with you again.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to connect with you, my dear. And what is your question for us tonight?
Well, I'm excited because I left the cancer clinic in April, having succeeded in clearing stage 3 breast cancer and stage 4 bone cancer. And from April until December, I was seriously fatigued in recovering and restoring. But I feel like 2024 is opening up so many possibilities in all areas of my life. And I'm so ready to move forward, celebrating all the blessings of having the cancer behind me. So I would just like to know what Spirit would like me to know about any area of my life that says, yep, this is it, you're going forward.
So this year is going to represent also putting your life back in order and balance. We've been out of balance a bit because we've been focused on the healing, and now it's time to embrace the joyful energy, the happiness that is here before you. It's also the time for you to celebrate this new beginning, this newfound freedom. And yes, the energy will begin to intensify. You'll be able to feel more energetic and more free and stronger through the days. I'm seeing the color yellow, like the great central sun, all around you, Patricia. And they tell me that the light of the divine is with you. And I feel like there's yellow all around you in your house or something. There's this beautiful, bright energy. So tap into this energy of the great central sun and use this energy to facilitate everything you do. You have come to this earth to be a messenger, to be a healer, to give to others. And it is first that you had to heal self. It is then for you to be the way shower, the guide, the intuitive, the teacher of others. So you're here for a reason, but you had to first overcome your human limitations. And so Spirit appreciates your dedication and your perseverance in overcoming an imbalance in the physical body. And now we step into the emotional, spiritual balance that is going to bring your life to the culmination of joy, harmony, health, happiness, and let us not forget love. It is meant to be a powerful year for you, Patricia. I do feel that it will also be a year that we should be able to travel and begin your journey. Know that there's an Indian spirit guide that is going to be working with you for any journeys and travels you take, and also working very closely with you in the meditative state so that you can tap into the energy of the higher realms and access information that'll be useful to helping other people. Does this make sense to you, Patricia?
Yes, it does. It sounds wonderful, and I'm certainly up for it. I'm really looking forward to that better and better energy.
It is coming for you, Patricia. It absolutely is. And it's also the opening of this really creative time for you. So have you found yourself feeling like you wanted to journal or write things down?
Yeah, I have been through the whole journey. I've had, in 5 years, I've had 2 late-stage breast cancers, different kinds, different breasts. Both I succeeded to go into remissions and clear it all. And I think it's because of all the tools I used and the meditation and the prayer.
Yes.
And my mindset and a lot of help with alternative practitioners. So, yeah, I want to put it out there. It's doable. This is what I did and how it worked for me.
Beautiful. So journal it and then put it into print so that you can have it accessible to others. And you will be the way shower, the leader of those who wish to follow the same methodology so that they can align themselves to the power of divine healing. It's all there for you. It's all there for them, Patricia. So, Patricia, what is your intention? You're welcome for 2024.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Do you have an intention you'd like to put out into the universe with us here as we manifest? What is your intention?
Yeah, it's my intention to take the actions and steps and follow through to share with others how I moved through both of these journeys, which was what I feel was successful, and with all the wisdoms I gained and all that I learned. I would just really like to share that with others, and I need to take the action steps to get that out there.
Take the action steps and know that it is available to you, and you'll be fully supported by the universe. Patricia, we're so grateful that you're able to access the healing realms of the divine and know that you are a powerful being, and the great central sun shines its energy in you, through you, and around you. Be sure to access that and know that the angels will facilitate the continued strength and healing as you step through the doors of 2024 and embrace everything you desire as already being done. Thank you so much, Patricia. We wish you a very happy and healthy 2024.
Thank you.
You're
Have
welcome.
a lovely 2024 as well.
Thank you. Bye for now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
866-972-7247. We're opening up our phone lines. We'd love to hear from you at 866-972-7247. We are giving you messages for this New Year celebration. And we're going to go to Barbara, and Barbara is in New York. Barbara, how are you today?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, Barbara. Good to have you here. This year is going to, for you as well, open up a lot of changes for you. Are you feeling like you're ready? You're ready to make a change? Are you ready to pack it up, make a move, make a change? You deserve a break, and we're going to get it happening, right?
I'm ready for everything.
You're ready for everything. And when I look at the energy here around you, it's in your blueprint. So it's up to you to facilitate those changes. Now, I'm feeling that the stagnation that you have felt in your home is almost like a chain, something that's been holding you, and we really want to see you break free of that chain, of that trap of where you're staying at this time, because my guides make me feel you feel trapped there. And 2024 will facilitate you connecting with someone who will find a suitable place for you to live that will be easily managed financially and strategically based on where you need to live for your work-life balance. So that is something that is meant to come for you, Barbara. So stay diligent in your inquiries and your connections with people, and know that the universe is going to place right before you the perfect place for you to land. And financially, nobody knows the troubles you've seen. You've definitely learned how to stretch a penny in this 2023, but 2024 gives you more financial flexibility. And my guides are reminding me that there's so many people that you have helped along the way, and now it's time for the universe to pay back, to give forth to you for all the acts of kindness that you have given to others. So do trust that the universe will take care of you.
Hopefully.
I don't live in the land of hope, my darling. I live in the land of creation. That which you focus your intention and attention to will be created. Barbara, is there a burning question for 24 for me?
What do you see in my forecast? Love, money.
Well, we just
happiness.
went over that, Barbara. Were you not paying attention? Good Lord, woman. We see money. We see increase. We see a move. I didn't mention love because I don't see love right now.
Okay, great.
We got to get you out of that box that you're in right now.
But just what, Sarah, I'm actually out of the box. I get a place.
You're going to get a place.
I got it already.
Oh, you just got it. Good. Good.
Yeah, just to put the stuff in now.
Perfect. So you started the year perfectly.
My next week.
There you go. See, the universe said this was your year of move. Thank you for the confirmation. You're ahead of the curve, honey.
Yeah.
Yes. Good.
Of course, I have to call you to let you know.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So it is good to know.
You're welcome.
That you are in your new place. And now that you're in your new place and your new energy, then other things can begin to pop for you and open up to new beginnings. I recall telling you not too long ago that you were going to move as well. So I'm really glad that has come to pass for you. So Barbara, what is your intention?
Finally.
What is your intention for 2024?
My intention is to make money and to be happy.
Okay. So let's change that a bit. Let's say my intention is to be happy and choose to be happy and attract money, right? Because happiness is the key to everything we desire. Because when we're happy, we're in harmony with the divine, and then we are in alignment with all the greatness that the divine has for us. All right, Barbara, we wish you a very happy 2024. Thank you for the update. We're glad that the move came through, and I'm glad that it's in your energy and you're acting on it now. Thank you so much, and we wish you a very happy new year. Bye for now, Barbara.
Same to you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
866-972-7247. We're going to go to Delray, and I've got Roseanne in Delray. Roseanne, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and good to connect with you. Is this your first time calling us?
No, I have a long history with you.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. So good to connect with you. And when I look at the energy around you, the first thing that they make me aware of for 2024 is that this year is a year of some expansion and some growth for you personally. And I'm feeling that as we identify our financial desires, we have an opportunity to shift how money flows to us. Are we looking to shift our money and be more profitable in 2024? Is that an active thought at this time?
Not really, Sarah.
Okay. There is increase coming for you, my dear.
Which is nice, which is very nice, but it's not the most important thing to me.
I understand that, but we do know that this is a year of expansion, and it's a year to have abundance flow to you, all right? And so when I step into this energy here, expansion is expansion of your consciousness and your finances. What is your question for us today, Roseanne?
I'd like to know if you would have any messages from my late husband. Hello?
So when I'm tuning in, honey. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So when I look at the energy around this connection here, first thing I'm made aware of is he's been gone a while. Is that true?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what she said. My dog's going crazy now, of course.
Okay. He's been gone a while, yes. It's been a few years. Is it like 7 years,
Yes,
please?
It's not 9 years.
9 years, okay. So I see the energy here around here, and he also makes me feel like you've been feeling him very much around the holiday time. Is that also true? I know it's a sentimental time for people, but I feel like he's been also
Yes,
trying to
it
give
is.
you a sign that he is with you. And he makes me aware of the heart. He makes me aware of the heart, like the two of you were one heart and connected, and it was this connection between the two of you. And he's also making me aware of his heart as if there was a problem with his heart before he passed. Was there a problem with his heart before he passed, Roseanne?
Yeah, yeah.
And when I see this energy here, he lets me know that, he lets me know that he is sending energy and love. There are two people connected to you, connected to him, please. Is there two people that you're
Yes.
looking after, please? Because he's sending me thank you for what you do for the two. And he's indicating that they're children. Is this also true, please?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Know that he is at peace. Know that he has evolved. Know that he understands where he could have done better in this journey of life. And he wants you to know that he loved you the best way he could. And he still loves you from the other side. He is at peace, Roseanne.
And we love him.
Yes.
Is he at peace?
He is at peace. It was harder being here than it is being there for him. And was there a food?
I would agree with him.
Is there a food that you were eating recently in this very recent time? I don't necessarily mean at the holiday dinner, that made you think of him, please?
Yes, there was. It was
Okay.
ham for Christmas dinner.
Ham? Okay.
That's what he liked the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Ham for
he makes
Christmas
me
dinner.
aware that you were eating something and it made you think of him and it brought him closer to you at that time, all right? So
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that he's with you and he's connecting me to that energy.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome, honey. And know that this is going to be a great year for you, so be open for all the possibilities. And thank you so much for following the show and being a part of this experience of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And know that the angels are with you.
And
Happy-
my
Yes.
other question
Yes.
to you for the intentions for 2024 is, what path would be the best for me to do the most good in the world?
Well, one of the things that is a great gift of yours is you have compassion and empathy for so many people. And if you could do something to be of service for people who are less fortunate, this would be a great tool for you. So if there's something you wanted to do for people who need help in a particular situation in their life that appeals to you, this would be the best path. Whether you start your own not-for-profit or become associated with another that is already existing. But I see you helping people who are feminine, female energy, who feel like they're down on their luck, they don't have enough, they're struggling, and you want to give them hope and empower them so that they can have a better future in their life.
Yeah.
Is that something you've given thought and consideration to, Roseanne?
Much thought to,
Good.
and it's kind of what I do on a small scale.
Perfect.
But just maybe to reach more people.
You can set up some kind of facility, some kind of not-for-profit. You can take some coaching work and study in a specific area so that you can help people in a particular situation and have the skill set to be of service to them. Or you can facilitate a place that has the experts that handle certain things, but you're the person who kind of organizes and connects everything together. These are ways that you can do that. And the money is going to come to do this.
Yes. And I also want you to know, Sarah, you did know my husband.
Oh, okay.
We've been clients since you opened.
Well, thank you.
I've been to you many times.
Thank you. Well, when I'm hearing someone's voice on the radio, it doesn't always connect
Yeah,
to me
I
that
know.
way.
I know. I understand. You've always been amazing and
Thank
always
you.
been wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And we are appreciative of the opportunity to always be of service to you and to everyone else.
Yeah. Do you still have the beautiful wind chimes in the store?
We do. We actually sold a lot this past month, but we do still carry wind chimes, and I know we're going to be getting more in. We have like our Archangel Michael and our butterflies and
I
all of
love
those
them.
things.
Yeah.
And Archangel
They're
Michael's very
so
close to you.
amazing.
Yes. You should stop by
Mhm.
the store because we have so many new cool things in the center. You'd be really amazed at all the cool items that we carry and that we've created over the years.
I absolutely will. And thank you so much for tonight.
You're welcome. And so answer me this. Your husband's giving me a hot dog. Does this mean something to us? Yes?
He was your lunch truck driver.
Aha. See, there you go. There we go. I just got a chill, right?
Mhm.
So he used to sell hot dogs and stuff, right?
He used to bring you guys food.
Okay. See, there we go. Thank you so much. I'm so glad he was like, Sarah, we got to wake you up here, honey. Let me remind you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
you
you,
so
and you
much.
as well.
Bye for now, honey. Bye. 866-972-7247. You see, even on the other side, we're always all still connected. Even if we don't always remember all the details, they'll always give us those details on the other side. And think to my fascination when all of a sudden someone on the other side is handing me a hot dog. I'm like, all right, this is interesting. We're having hot dogs. So thank you to Roseanne for giving us a call and following us. And so she said she's been our client from the beginning. And when was that, you may ask yourselves? Well, 2006, we opened the doors of the Expedito Enlightenment Center, and it's been a journey ever since, let me tell you. And we're happy to be of service. And so this is our 18th year in our 2024, and we are happy to have you come visit us at the Expedito Enlightenment Center. That's located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. And you can learn more about our center at the ExpeditoEnlightenmentCenter.com. And you can always go to SarahSpiritual.com as well. So we're going to see if we can go back to the phone lines for just a minute and take a quick call. And we might have to pause the call, but let's see where we go. I've got to go to Latanya in Arizona. Latanya, let's roll, let's rock. What's your burning question for 2024 before we run off to commercial?
Yes. Hello, and Happy New Year, Sarah. I'm wondering about my granddaughter. I am calling because
It has to do something with the custody case, please? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's a lot of unsettled feeling around this energy here. And when I look around the energy, and this pertains to your son as well. Yes, your son is the father of your granddaughter. Is this true?
Yes.
Okay. So they're trying to paint your son as the bad guy, and there's this back and forth going on. And when I look at the energy here, we have to find a little bit more. Word they give me is evidence to kind of prove that he can have his visitation and everything that he wants. Is that where we're at right now? We're still kind of in a little bit of a wobble with that. The judge is dragging his feet. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So your son needs to present a little bit more stability and credibility of the words that they're giving me so that he can partake in the rearing of the child and the consistent visitation. I feel like the mother is holding the baby hostage. It's always a gosh darn shame when that happens, but I feel like she's doing that to punish your son. Know that there should be a court date or some further action in the month or by the month of February. They're kind of putting me on or around February 9th, February 10th. Do you have another court date, please?
January 23rd.
Okay. If it gets postponed, be cool with it, okay? Because we want it to land in just the perfect day. And so in the perfect day, we know that we see coming to court, and we are also going to have all our ducks in a row and our paperwork together. So briefly, before we go to commercial, quickly tell me, what is your intention for 2024, LaTanya? You have about 10 seconds. Let's go. What is it?
To give all of me. I want to open up LaTanya Beauty Inc. and Academy this year.
All right. So there we go. We're opening up LaTanya Beauty Inc. and her Academy. Thank you, LaTanya, for calling. I know we'll speak with you again. Thank you so much. Happy New Year, and bye for now.
Happy New Year.
All right, everyone, we're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we've got Stacie Holler. She's going to tell us what the planets and the stars have in store for us. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The world is changing now.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WIRK 103.1 HD3 Indiantown, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. Programming paid for by Vic Canales Media Group. Broadcasting from the Robes Studio. Injured recently? Call the Robes Law Group, where winning is a habit. 561-570-5700. Robes, winning for you and our community. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies channel.
There is nothing better than a great night's sleep. You can get that on Giza Dream Bed Sheets. They look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep. My Pillow uses the world's best cotton called Giza. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. The My Pillow Giza sheets come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Giza Dream Sheets come in a variety of sizes and colors. The latest incredible deal is the sale of the year. For a limited time, you'll receive 50% off the Giza Dream Sheets. You can receive a set for as low as $29.98. Go to mypillow.com and click on the radio podcast square and use the promo code TOC. There, you'll find not only this amazing offer, but also deep discounts on all My Pillow products, including the My Pillow 2.0, mattress topper, My Pillow kitchen towel sets, and so much more. Go to mypillow.com. Make sure you use the promo code TOC.
And now another community first message from Robes.
When an auto accident occurs, stop immediately. Do not obstruct traffic and secure your valuables. Obtain the names, phone numbers, and addresses of the other driver and any witnesses. Call 911 and report the accident. Injured recently? Contact Robes Injury Law at 561-570-5700 or robeslawgroup.com. Offices throughout Palm Beach County.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit SarahSpiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with SarahSpiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussion to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, SarahSpiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along.
world is changing now. And I guess it's changed quite a bit because we've stepped into 2024 and we're clearing out the old and bringing in the new. And we're so glad to have you joining us here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And we're wishing you a very happy new year, a healthy new year, prosperous, and a year filled with all of your desires manifested. This is the year that you can tap in and tune into your power, but you're going to have to do the work. I'm not going to say it's not going to be easy, but you're going to have to put in the intention and the action to manifest these intentions. And I think I know someone who's going to be able to give us a few clues as to what January is going to bring for us in this 2024. Every month, in the beginning of the month, we have our friend Stacie Holler of Destiny and the Stars. We have her available to answer some of our questions as to what's going to happen this month for our astrological sign. And she's always very diligent and dedicated to us here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah to make sure we have the information and the tools we need to navigate the month ahead. So just like we have in the months gone by and the years gone by, she's been on air with us for a few years now, she's going to tell us what's coming up in 2024 and what the planets and the stars have in store for us. So without further ado, we're going to wish a happy, happy new year to Stacie Holler and welcome her here on the show for her first broadcast of what the stars have in store for us here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. How are you, Stacie?
Oh, I'm so happy to be here kicking off another year with you, Sarah. Happy New Year to you and all of your listeners.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we always love seeing you in the feed. Now, I was trying to do the math, Stacie. Are we coming up on this is our third year or our fourth year?
You know, funny you should say that. I was trying to do the same math. I think it's 3, but I am not exactly sure.
Yeah.
I'm just part of the family, and those numbers don't even matter anymore, I guess.
Yes, but we're glad to have you here all this time because I have to go back. I have to go back to the first conversation I had with you. We were driving in the car, and I said, okay, Stacie, enough with this astrology that you've been doing for like 30 years. You've got to come on the show. And you're like, who, me? And I'm like, yes, you. And so here we are, right? You've got to believe. And thank you for believing in the belief that we had in you and Spirit guided me to have in you. And you're participating in the show. We know it in the beginning. It takes a little courage and a little, well, getting in the groove. But we thank you for your dedication and always showing up for us and giving us a spectacular insight into all the astrological signs. So I know that the end of 2023, we had all these planets all screwy-wooey, and they didn't really know where they were going, and most of them were backwards. And I think we're getting some relief. So lighten our hearts as we come into 2024. What do the planets have in store for us?
Yes, we have a lot to talk about, but I'm not moving on until I acknowledge that, yes, that conversation exactly happened like that. And
like
thank
that.
you so very much for, as you do with all of us, encouraging us to step into our light and our space. So, yes, thank you. So now we could talk about how we're going to rock and roll this year because I wanted you to sing, Sarah, Change, 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 changing that famous song that we know. Because
I know. Yeah,
as
we
you
gotta
have noted,
change. Yeah.
and as you were singing, that's all about change.
All about change.
So what I thought, you know, many months we focus on where the moon is, and that tells us really what's happening, you know, everyday life throughout the month. But there are some things going on this January that will affect us all in a global way and in a personal way, and some very significant events. So I thought we'd start off the year now talking about what those are and then how that will affect each one of us beyond this month and how we could learn how to navigate. How's that?
That sounds great. Thank you.
Well, I know I was going to say you could have a sigh of relief that the Mercury retrograde had ended, but I think, Sarah, you're feeling the shadow a little bit tonight, right?
We're in the shadow of Mercury. It's not the shadow of anybody's smile. It's just like, oh my God, it's still icky out and mucky, and there's this slowness for anything to just evolve. And I know the shadow as well as most of us know the shadow, we can still feel and see things happen. But this seems particularly sticky, like we're stuck in some kind of leftover residue from some tape that was down on the floor or something. And every time we move, it's like, and we can't quite get going. So what the heck is going on, Stacie?
You know, as we were talking about, a lot of these retrogrades really were slowing us down so we could, reassess everything. We weren't ready to move forward until we figured out how to move forward. And now that we're in the shadow, which will go till about the 20th, we're still feeling the residue. But when we talk about what's happening this month, I don't think you're going to be feeling sticky anymore. So let's talk about where in our lives we're going to be unstuck, in our control, or needing to react to things that need to change.
Okay.
So we'll be getting a little more unstuck. So I want to bring everybody's attention to certain events and then talk about how it's going to affect everyone. So on the 20th, this month, the sun will move into Aquarius. Now, Aquarius makes everything move faster, picks up a lot of speed. And what happens on the same day as Pluto, which is the planet of transformation, wake-up calls, rebirth, that moves into Aquarius as well. So the sun and Pluto both move that day. It's a very transformative day for everyone. Now, Pluto's been going back and forth, retrograde into Capricorn and back, and it's going to do it again in the fall. So when Pluto has gone in our history between Aquarius and between Capricorn, that's when the American Revolution and other revolutions have happened. So Pluto into Aquarius is a big wake-up call for world issues. And Aquarius is about technology, space, energy, medicine. We're going to see a lot of changes in regulations and laws and things that are going to move very quickly on a larger scale. And the other event that will follow that on the 27th, Uranus, which is another very powerful outer planet that causes events we have no control over for the purpose of changing us in a positive way, but Uranus will go direct. It's been in retrograde too. That's part of the stickiness. And it's going to move forward in Taurus on the 27th. The Taurus is all about finance, wealth, technology. So we're going to see surprises and changes. And we're going to have to learn how to be very decisive and move swiftly when we're going to need to move, and how to follow our soul and our mission, and how to funnel out a lot of disinformation that's going to be funneling through Neptune's effects. So with all these changes coming, we're going to see it's happening on the planet and in society, changes that we need to be made, that we're going to need to get through. And it's going to affect us all in different places in our natal chart, as we always talk about, Sarah, like, okay, this is what's happening here, but where in my life am I going to feel it? So I thought, let's take a look at that for everyone. Because Pluto stays in its sign for 20 years. So what we're going to talk about, where Pluto is moving in your chart, that's what's the area of transformation you're going to be feeling for quite some time. So helpful to kick the year off knowing where we need to navigate?
It will help a bit. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
All right. So we're going to go through, pay attention to your sun and your rising sign and see which resonates more for you. So we'll start with Aries. Now, the other interesting factor is, as we're coming into the year, the sun, Mars, and Pluto are all in Capricorn. Powerful Mars and powerful Pluto. So for Aries, this is all in your house of career. The focus on your success, where you're going to move forward. And when Pluto moves into your 11th house on the 20th, that's when you're going to be focusing on teamwork, collaboration. Who do you know? Who's working for you? Get the right people around you. When Uranus goes direct on the 27th in your house of money, maybe that money you're waiting for might be coming in. Maybe you'll be getting some residue payments from a place you did not expect because Jupiter is there helping you. Now, Taurus, you're coming into the year with Sun, Mars, and Pluto in your 9th house. Travel, journeys, maybe you're taking some long trips, getting away, studying something new. And on the 20th, that's what's going to kick off your next decade or so, focus on your career. What are your goals? What are your status? And if you're not a person that's still working on your career, it's who you are in the world. Are you a married person and now will be a divorced person, or a single person becoming a married person? And when Uranus goes direct on the 27th, that's in your first house, Taurus. How does the world see you? Who do you want to be in the world? Maybe time for a new resume, a new job. Jupiter is with you, Taurus, so go grab the gold. Now, Gemini, your Sun, Mars, and Pluto, you're coming to the year in the 8th house. Shared resources, investments. What are your goals? What are your shared properties? Taking a look at what's working and with whom. Examine it all carefully. Now, on the 20th, all Pluto moves into your 9th house. That's about inspiration and travel and learning something new and getting out in the world. Now, for you, Gemini, on the 27th, Uranus goes direct in your 12th house. So that means you've been working on a lot of inner work, a lot of transformation. And it's going direct. It's time for all of you who want to expand your psychic abilities and skills. Listen to your gut and your intuition, Geminis. Say goodbye to what you don't need anymore. Cancer, you're coming into the year with Sun, Mars, Pluto, and Capricorn in your house of committed partnerships, the 7th house. Your focus has been on your marriage relationships, your business relationships, who is in your circle, who's not. And on the 20th, your focus moves to the 8th house, the real intimate relationships. Are you all in? Or do you need to get out? Who can you trust and who do you want to be with? And when Uranus goes direct on the 27th, it's in your 11th house. So those collaborations and projects you've been working on can now move forward. Those people you've been trying to put together can now start to gel. Leo, Sun, Moon, Mars, Pluto coming in Capricorn in your 6th house. Your focus and transformation has been about work, your daily life, self-care, health. And when it moves into Aquarius on the 20th, into the 7th house of partnerships, maybe it's time to make some relationship official. Who are you going to really be committed to in business and in romance? And on the 27th, when it goes direct in your career house, you're back on track. Leo, time for you to shine. Maybe that promotion, go out and look for that job that you can get now. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Mars, Pluto in Capricorn in your 5th house. That's the house of romance and pleasure, creativity, maybe news of children. On the 20th, moves into Aquarius in your everyday life, routine, exercise, diet, health. Your focus and transformation is going to be in those areas. And when Uranus goes direct on the 27th, Virgo, that's in your 9th house. Maybe that long trip you were planning, you're going to get out. It's the house of publishing, teaching, international travel. Could be some romance in there. Maybe you'll meet someone in a foreign country. Libra, you're coming in with Sun, Moon, Mars, Pluto, and Capricorn in your 4th house, home and family. So if you've been thinking about changes, what does your home look like? Who's living in your home? Maybe you wanted to move. And then it's going to move into Aquarius on the 20th in your 5th house, and that's fun time for you. Romance time. Go out and have fun. Shine your talents. And when Uranus goes direct on the 27th in the 8th house of intimacy and shared resources, maybe there'll be a new joint investments for you. Or maybe somebody new and exciting goes to another new intimate level. Now, Scorpio, Sun, Mars, Pluto, and Capricorn in the year, in your 3rd house of communications. Things changing in your neighborhood, more in your community. How has your relations been with your siblings? When it moves into Aquarius on the 20th, that's when your focus is going to be on home and family. Maybe making your home more comfortable. You're going to feel like being at home a little more in the first 4 weeks. And on the 27th, when Uranus goes direct in the 7th house, that's when your relationships could move forward. That's when you might want to make that commitment or maybe make that break. Whatever you're going to decide to do, it's going to happen then. And Sag, Sun, Mars, Pluto, and Capricorn is in your 2nd house. So for you, it's been about money and your values. And it's going to be time to ask for a raise and look for a promotion or a higher paying job. And when it moves to the 20th in Aquarius, that's in your house of communication. So make sure you're networking and connecting and meeting with people and taking short trips. And on the 27th, when it goes direct in your 6th house, now those health goals, those exercise patterns you just haven't been able to do, now you could move forward. Now you could kick in all those new routines. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, Pluto's been with you. This is the last year it's in Capricorn. So you're on the end of the cycle, Capricorn. You're coming into this year. It's in your first house. Time for you to radiate. Get out there. Be you and who you are. And when they move into the Aquarius on the 20th, it'll be in your house of money and values. You'll get some rewards. Treat yourself. You've been working hard. Make sure you're making money with what aligns with your values. And when Uranus goes direct on the 27th in the 5th house, that's romance time, fun time. If you're single, something can happen. Maybe an old lover might come back, or maybe in your travels you'll meet someone. Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, you're leading us here because Pluto, Aquarius, Uranus are all connected. You're coming into the year in the 12th house. You've been doing a lot of soul work, intuitive time. And when Pluto moves into Aquarius on the 20th in your sign, you've got major changes ahead. You're reshaping who you are. It's a whole new phase for you. And on the 27th, when Uranus goes direct, it's in your house of home and family. So if things have been murky there, they'll start to clear up. Maybe some folks who have been working on a pregnancy, something might be able to come through. Maybe if you're looking to do it in a different kind of way, you can have children. And for Pisces, you're coming into the year with Sun, Mars, Pluto in your 11th house. It's been about your friends and collaborations and projects and humanity. And when Pluto moves into Aquarius in the 12th house, it'll be your soul time. And you're very deeply feeling too, my Pisces friends. You're going to be able to heal old wounds and release what's not working. And when Uranus moves into your 3rd house on the 27th, your message could get out. You'll be able to communicate what you've learned and share with other people and have new opportunities. So, Sarah, everybody's going to be experiencing changes in different parts. And when these outer planets affect us, it's because that's where we need to change. And it's only forcing us to achieve our goals and our purposes for being here. But it's not always fun along the way, but we need to prepare and stay centered.
We need to stay
And
centered.
that's what you've been talking about tonight.
Yes. And people, for some reason, don't always like change. But when we know there's change change is inevitable, right? Change is a constant. And when we are open to the universe nudging us along the path so that we can experience change, it's always more comfortable when we're receptive to change than when we create resistance, because then we make that change even harder on ourselves. Wouldn't you agree, Stacie?
Yes, and that's why Uranus is the only planet we really have no control over its energies. And it only kicks in because we're not doing a good enough job of taking care of ourselves. And it only kicks in when we're not on the right path for our greater good. So, yes, so I prefer to do it without Uranus kicking me in the you-know-what. But sometimes it happens to all of us, just to make sure we're on a right path.
Yes. And there are a lot of people in the cycle of their soul that happen to also be in a year of change that's meant to bring a lot of changes within their own personal life. And so I'm sure they'll be exacerbated in the particular area, in the particular house that Uranus is bringing in those changes for them, correct?
Yeah, because it's going direct. So it's the area that, when you say sticky and mulling over and I can't move forward.
Right.
Well, Uranus is very powerful. So when it moves direct, it's like opening up the floodgates. And, when it goes direct in Taurus on the 27th, I stay away from volatile situations and crowds, and people are going to, because the energy is going to explode moving forward. So that's what causes surprises and revolutions. So we need to stay centered and calm, and that's my intention, is to help us stay centered and calm and listen to our gut and our soul to help guide us and look through the Neptune fog and make sure we're getting to the truth and our own truth and staying there.
Yes. And when I was creating the New Year's collection, the theme of the New Year's collection is our soul's truth, right? Because when we're true to ourself and our soul, then everything falls into place for our own unique path, even during a collective shift, we're always in alignment with our own unique soul's truth. And so that's what Spirit had revealed to us. So thank you for that confirmation that the planets are actually mirroring that as well.
Yes, and thank you for sharing. And we, there's another song I always hear in my head, "Let your soul be your pilot."
Yes.
And, if you let your soul be your pilot, you'll always be on the right path.
Absolutely.
And that's what we all need to remember to get through this year. And remember that it's all happening for our greater good. We're all here to work out our own journeys and karmas and souls. So it is all for our greater good. And that's what we'll need to remember along the way. But we'll remind everybody and each other, right, Sarah?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Stacie, we wish you a very happy, prosperous, healthy, and astrologically connected new year of 2024. And we look forward to having more reports from you as the year unfolds. We appreciate you, and we wish you all the happiness that the universe has for you, Stacie.
Thank you so very much. My pleasure. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Bye for now. Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to take a brief moment to hear from our sponsors, and then we've got to rock along the phone lines because we've got some callers on hold, and we're going to pop through some states. We've got Florida, we've got Seattle, we've got New York. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with SarahSpiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
SarahSpiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit SarahSpiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Do you know
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation, and we're answering your questions at 866-972-7247, and we are connecting. And we're going to go to Sharon. We tried to connect with Sharon earlier, and there was a phone trap snafu, so we lost her, and I think she's back. Miss Sharon, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah. I'm doing okay, not too well.
Well, Sharon, what can we answer for you to make your 2024 a little brighter?
Well, my daughter was just diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, no.
Yes. My 27-year-old daughter was just diagnosed with cancer.
What is her birthday, Sharon?
December 18th, 1996.
Okay. Well, when I look at the energy around her, I do feel that this is something that they can come to a solution for. So
They say there's no solution.
No, don't say that. I see.
No, that's what they say. Exactly.
I understand that's what they say, but I live in the energy of
Yes.
divine energy, right? So I see that
Yes.
they can come up with a solution. So
Okay.
we can believe what they say, or we can create an energy and connect with other holistic people who are in a slightly different type of medicine, and we can realign the
Okay.
body, and we can restore the body, and we can hold that energy back. You know, in medical science, they can see things, and that's a possibility of what they see, and, you know, they live by their facts. And then we live by the power of, there's a lot of people who have supposed to have been long gone, and they're all here.
Yes.
So we're going to trust that the universe has an answer for her. And this year for you, Sharon, interestingly enough, according to where you are in your cycle, and I find this really interesting, is supposed to be a year of challenges for you. Like when I look at the energy of your soul, challenges. And so, interestingly enough, here we are with a major challenge, yes? The health and well-being of your daughter.
Yes.
And so you are strong enough and capable of enough to navigate through this and to be of assistance to her. And I would suggest that you call to the Archangel Raphael. Raphael in the Bible healed Tobias of blindness. So we believe in that power and that energy, Raphael. And Archangel Michael to keep your daughter protected.
Okay. Raphael, yes. So I reach out to Archangel Raphael.
Correct. And now
yes.
we have to contact someone who's in the energy so we can have some credible medical services that are, you know, energetic services, right? So we want to make sure that we connect to people who are in this industry of health and healing and wellness, right? So, for instance, here in Florida, we have the institute called the Hippocrates Institute, and they change people's diets, and they give them health, and they assist them. So you can look up the Hippocrates Institute here in South Florida.
Hippocrates, well, let me write it.
Yes, of course. Hippocrates.
How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
I don't know if I can pass the spelling bee on that one, honey, but Hippocrates, okay? Hippocrates, H-I-P-P.
H-I-P-P.
O-R-C-R-A-T-E-S.
C-R-A-T-E-S.
Close enough. Hippocrates.
Okay. Hippocrates what?
Lord, I hope we're not on a spelling bee right here. But yes, so because when I'm in spirit, it's so hard for me to think about numbers and letters and spelling. So I'm like, oh my good Lord, I'm going to have to use my brain right now. So we definitely know that the year did not start off the way that you and your daughter would like. And we regret that you're going through this challenge. But we're going to see it as a challenge that is something that can be overcome in some capacity. And we want to see your daughter invincible, indestructible, and surrounded by the grace and the light of God, right? You know, many cultures, many faiths, we believe in miracles. And When the doctors
Yes,
say,
yes,
oh,
yes.
this is how we interpret it, we say, great, thanks for the
Yes.
information. We're going to choose not to own that story, and we're going to create
Not to
and
own
write a
it,
new
that's right.
story. Okay? And that's how
Yes,
we're going
yes.
to move that through for you.
Yes, okay.
What is
Thank
your
you so
daughter's?
much, Sarah.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
What is your daughter's first
Hmm?
name?
Shyla, Shylah.
So we're going to put out a prayer for Shyla, that she's going to experience divine
Yes.
healing, and that her body will be restored
Yes.
to its original divine perfection.
Will be
We're going to ask the
restored.
angels
Yes.
to surround her and to consume
Yes.
and annihilate anything within her body that is less than God's perfection. And all of this
Yes.
disease cells will just be eradicated, and the body will heal
Yes.
itself. That's what we can do here.
And the body will heal itself. Yes,
Correct.
yes.
Correct.
So is there anyone, you was telling me about some other place that I could call where she could get like some type of medicine? What's that place called?
Hippocrates here in South Florida. She would
No,
probably
but
come.
you said another name.
Well, I was talking about
Like
some.
maybe how holistic.
Oh yes, so she can go
something
to a
medicine?
holistic doctor, a functional medicine doctor, right? There are people who deal with herbs, an acupuncturist.
Yes.
Okay, there are other alternatives that can help, and then of course
Yes.
there are different options. You have to explore some of the options. We had a caller earlier that was
I heard. I was
on,
there.
right?
I
and
was
so
there. I listened. Yes.
so she's in Canada, and who knows? Hopefully
Yes.
she's still listening, and maybe I can connect the two of you, and she could
Reach out to
share
her.
with you
Yes,
at least
yes.
some
Thank you so
things
much.
that she did to help herself, and
Yes.
perhaps they're applicable to your daughter's type of cancer.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Sarah. I heard her talking. As a matter of fact, when I got cut off, she came on. I heard her talk, and I was like, you know what? That was a revelation that I'm going through this with my daughter, and I heard her talking about what she went through.
Yes.
So I was like, that's confirmation.
Yeah.
I felt good. I said that was confirmation, like her listening to her before I even said what I had to say.
Yes, she's definitely a warrior, and she's a
Yes.
divine warrior princess who beat the odds.
Yes.
All right.
That be the odds, yes.
Yes.
And Shyla will also be the odds.
Correct. Well, Sharon, we send you much love, and we thank you for your call. And you know what? I believe everything happens for a reason, and I'm really grateful that your call got caught into the phone trap that somehow technology isn't working right around here for some little call trap that I'm like, what do you mean she's in the call trap? They're like, she's in the trap, Sarah. I'm like, well, get her out of the trap. And so luckily for us, you called back, and I feel like that all was orchestrated by the divine. So what appears to be man's trap was God's blessing.
Yes, thank you so much, Sarah. God
You're
bless
welcome.
and have a happy and a healthy new year.
Thank you, and we wish
Best
the same
wishes
to you and
to
your daughter.
everyone.
God bless you. Bye for now. Bye.
Thank you.
866-972-7247. We're going to go to our phone lines again, and I've got to go to Tina. Tina is in Boca, Florida. Tina, how are you tonight?
I am wonderful, Sarah. Thank you. How are you? Happy and blessed New Year.
Happy and blessed New Year to you, and you are definitely in this energetic frequency of aligning yourself to your own personal changes and being attuned to your guidance and your inner messages from your angels. Yes, we tune in and we are aware of our angels, Tina?
Yes.
And I also feel like this is the year between now and the end of this past 2023 and coming into this 2024 that you need to evaluate, what do we need to let go of? What do we want to shift and change? I'm hearing this song from Frozen. I love when they give me this one. Let it go, let it go. So if it's not working, we're going to let it go. Because I feel there's a shift and a change that you've been wanting to make, and you've been dragging your feet for the past 2 years. Like there's an indecision, a hesitation, an uncertainty. And we have to take evaluation to what's working for Tina and then let the rest
Right.
fall away from you. We don't have to cut it away. Just let it fall away, and you step over that, because you're here for a
Right.
reason and a purpose, and you are on fire to be of service to others. Like, you like making a difference. You like being a bright ray of sunshine in everybody's day. That is something that brings you joy, doing nice things for other people. This is true, yes?
You got me 100%. Yes, Sarah, that's
Yes.
correct.
Tina, what does brownies have to do with you? Do you make brownies? Is someone past who used to make brownies? Someone's handing me a brownie. I don't know. I think I'm a little hungry, and after the hot dog call, I guess I'm definitely hungry. But
Well, I never met a dessert or a carb I didn't like, Sarah. I try not to overindulge, but I'm not sure what that means right now.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm at a loss, but I do feel that everything you said, I have absolutely made some decisions moving forward in my career, and I'm going to go on the creative side, and I think it's going to bring me even more joy, and hopefully I can reach more people. But the brownie, I'd like to hand you one, Sarah, if you're hungry.
Yes, absolutely. Well, you're probably not too far from our studio, so come on by. But there's a woman on the other side who's handing me a brownie, and she's connected to you. So who is the woman who used to bake or used to make like a chocolate-like looking brownie when you were growing up?
I'm trying to think. I was wondering if when I was a little girl, and I was in different clubs and things, because I'm such a quiet, introverted person, and I was in these clubs. I remember that my adored mother, as I affectionately call her, Christy Nike, she made brownies for this one meeting that we had at her house. And she didn't make brownies an awful lot, but that time she did, and they were fabulous, I might add.
Okay.
So
All
that's
right.
the only thing I can think of right now is that might be my cherished mother.
All right. And Mom has passed, correct?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
okay.
But she's around me more than ever, as is my dad. And I was wondering if you had messages from them or from any loved ones that I'm feeling so intensely lately.
So intensely, because they are very much around you. And so perhaps Mom gave us this brownie as a kind of a bit of conversation to get your attention. But interestingly enough, there's a strong memory of a brownie. And it's just that particular scene. And it's something that's stands out in the storyline. So know that the mother energy hears. And when I was writing about the brownie and writing about the shifts and changes I see, I had the word mother energy on the paper here. So we are going to move with that forward. And when I look at the energy of father's energy, your father, interestingly enough, your father was this backbone of strength, and I guess I feel like he taught you a lot of what you know today that you use in your everyday life. Does that make sense to you?
Every day.
He was your role model,
Totally.
Gave you character, built your integrity, taught you how to view things, manage things, and it really helps you stand up in your work life as you know it now, yes?
That's correct. In fact, he taught me just even leading by example so much. Yes. But one of the most important things, of course, the golden rule: treat people the way you want to be treated. And when he educated me with that, I said, well, that would make the world, perfect. And honestly, he also taught me how to give back. And it stayed with me my whole life. And I'm very, nonprofits are my heart. And one day I actually plan to have my own nonprofit, but that's a little bit up the road. So.
A little bit, but not too far up the road. Because when I fast forward you into the energy of 2025 into 2026, that is fully in play.
Right.
All right. So we're about 18 months from that. So we're getting ready to create that in the physical. Keep envisioning it in your journey. And I don't know who this is. There's a man on the other side connected to you. Did we lose a brother or an uncle, someone who's on the side of the parents, please?
Yes, I have a few uncles, some that are not really related to me, but they were my uncles, and I treasured them. And then I do have a few uncles that are related to my mother's side.
Okay, because there's
do
a
you want
brother.
their names or?
There's a brother. He refers to himself as the brother. This is what but that's why it's like a brother or an uncle. That's just what it feels like because he's removed. But he was close. And did we have like a favorite uncle? Because this one presents himself like the favorite uncle of the uncles. Does that make any sense to you, please?
I could be there. There are a couple, but yes, they were both two of my favorites for different reasons. And one was related biologically in this life, and
This
one was
one-
not. But
this
again,
one's
I was,
related. Related.
both,
It is
right.
it is a bloodline to your mother. Okay, it
Oh,
is a
then
related.
it's my favorite uncle who was a prosecuting attorney, by the way. I was so proud of him. I was always so proud of what he had done with his life, and just a really good man with great character. I loved him very much.
And what's his name, please?
George.
George. Okay. And he had a bit of a dry sense of humor as well. Yes, he was funny, but he had
yes.
a dry sense of humor.
Yes, he was quite brilliant, and he had a very dry and very keen sense of humor. Yes, and I don't know if he knew how much I really loved and respected him. I hope he did.
Well, his energy is very close to the circle of those who've crossed on here, Tina. And interestingly enough, Tina, who's the R connected to the family, please? Who's the R? Who is that?
I'm trying. Let's see. Sorry, that's my kitty cat because he's very, very active. Let's see. R.
Is there a Richard, a Robert, please?
No, but I feel that my next soulmate's name is Robert, and I've always felt that, and I'm about to meet him. I feel he's around the corner, and I was going to ask you about that next.
Okay,
but
because
I don't know of a Robert. Oh, wait, my godfather was Bob, Robert or Bob.
And I have on my
my
paper
godfather.
an R, and underneath the R, I wrote a B, please. Okay, so that's on my paper here in my scribble here.
Okay.
So I do believe that there is a partner that begins with the letter R, but this was clearly from the other side, and I have R and a B,
Okay.
so thank you. So that's
Robert, my
Robert or
godfather.
Bob.
He was
Yes, got it.
fabulous.
Thank you. Yes, he's with you as well. All right.
Oh, how lucky am I? How blessed am I, right?
Yes. There's 7 people standing above you at this time, honey. So you've got a full house.
Wow. Well, thank you to them, and they know how much I love them, but I'll say it again. And thank you for carrying the light, Sarah. I mean it for all
You're
of
welcome.
us.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you, all your support, and you're elevating us in so many ways. I mean
My
it.
pleasure. My pleasure. And how did you hear about the show, Tina?
Well, it was, I guess you hear this a lot just by chance. I was turning the dials. I'm a radio girl. I love the radio, and also in my other life, which I'm starting to get back into, which is producing and writing and voiceovers and things. So I have a passion for radio, and I found you. And I said, oh my goodness, I cannot miss this ever again. So I was really thrilled. It was literally just by chance. I was just flipping through the dial. So
Well, it's my favorite thing to do. And 14 and a half years later, it's been the thing that just kind of keeps us going here, right? People are just cruising down the highway and turning down the dial.
Yes, the exchange of positive energy. It's so contagious, just like negative is, but positive is so powerful, so contagious. So about that soulmate, I feel he's coming so close. Can you give me a timeline? And do you think his name is Robert? Because I've always felt that it was.
Well, then we're going to own that because I just feel that you have that knowing and you're going to manifest him. And even if his name is such and such Robert, such and such,
Right.
it's going to definitely be there. And I'm hearing in my head, someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. So just see him coming, okay? See him coming, feel the energy. I feel like the further we get into the year, closer we get to your birthday, the clearer the energy becomes for the energy of electromagnetic connection of love. And I feel like you've been getting ready to be ready for love significantly all of 2023. It's like you can actually feel it closer. Before that, it wasn't so much that you didn't want it, it's just you didn't understand how, and you weren't really in a place that you could be open to receive it. And now we're in an energy of receptivity, and that receptivity is bringing you forth this magnetic pull to call him forth.
Fantastic, because I am all about that, and I am 1,000% ready and excited.
You are ready. You are ready. Something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be great. The air is blowing. Right? So it's coming, honey. So just be there for you.
Thank you. And the career, I'm moving forward on the creative side, but I also have other opportunities, it looks like, where I'm at now, and I have a great affection for our team and the company, and forward, again, always forward movement and evolution. So I think it's very exciting in many ways. My career, I think it's not going to look exactly like I thought. It's going to be better and even more full, and I think vibrant.
Tina, if I may say this, I see you directing. Are we a director or the head of something, please? Because I have a director, a head. Are we in charge of?
I'm a facility manager and a hiring manager, and I do a little bit grunt of all, master of none. But I also then have the creative side that I'm getting back into with the writing and the producing and directing there, and acting as well. So.
Beautiful. And this is your time to shine. And 2024, latter half, is the stage is lit, and your center stage and the star of your own show. You can be a star, baby, to be in my show. All right? So it's time for you to be a star in your own show, honey. All right? All right. Thank you so much for your call. We appreciate you. Happy New Year. Welcome to our Spiritually Speaking with Sarah show. And we would love to have you follow us on Sarah Spiritual YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And this way you'll know everything we're doing, and know that I have a center in West Palm. So pop on up and come visit us at the center, Tina. We'd love to see you.
Love that. Thank you tremendously, and God bless you. And nothing but light, love, and blessings in 2024 and beyond, Sarah. Thank you so much for taking my call.
You're welcome. Bye for now. Bye. Bye. Well, here we are, the first show of 2024. And the journey has begun. Are you ready to create what you desire? Write it down, visualize, hold the intention, and don't wobble. Don't let other people tell you what's possible or not possible. You know, your soul knows. There's a truth buried within you. It's time to dig down deep and do the work. I don't mean to make it sound like we've got to break a sweat, but if necessary, roll up your sleeves and break a sweat. Put the intention and the action behind everything that you desire to create, and know that you have the power to make 2024 the year to remember. Stay true to yourself, stay peaceful within, and know that the angels and the guides are always with you. As always, it's a pleasure connecting with all of you. We look forward to talking to you next Wednesday night, right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Good night, God bless you, and I am Sarah Spiritual.
It's changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to.
This This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at SarahSpiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station,